Welcome to today's collective reading. This is TrinityGaiaOracle. If you're a little sensitive to noise or sound, I'm going to open with some vibrations, so feel free to skip ahead a few seconds. All right. So let's just jump right into it, guys. Just jump right into it. It's getting some very, very interesting vibes coming in. It's like an excitement to communicate with you guys. There's a message here that Spirit is very excited to communicate with you guys. So let's see here. What would you like the collective to know? Okay. So we have the Hunter. Now this came out in a short, so this might be a synchronicity. So this is the Hunter in the reverse. It's sure-footedness and predestination. You have escaped this news. You have Cryomancer. Delivering news, collaboration. This is balance within the energies, like your connection to the universe, the flow of energy, the archetypes, the subconscious keys for what they mean, the elements, the planets. It's like the sun, the moon, and the stars have aligned. You have escaped that news. Now, and I'll bring this image up a little closer just so you guys could see what it is when it's upright. Yeah, it landed inverted. So, you had a lot coming at you. If you look at that image, whew, you had a lot coming at you, and then you had the divine come in. You were communicating with the divine throughout every attack, every attempt on your life. They wanted that 30-point buck. Yes, that music. Oh my gosh, I hope I got you guys laughing right now. Those dorks. It's such a funny, it's good music, but the 30-point buck. Yeah, they were very excited about taking you down, but it's like that Matrix moment where all of these projectiles are coming at Neo and they all just stop and then they turn and they rotate directly back to where they came from and they go same force, if not more, back to the source that sent it their way or Neo's way. In this, the collective is Neo. But the thing is that's the divine doing that. That's the divine doing that. You have been in full communication with the divine, full balance, full resonance. You're communicating with this part of you and then you're co-creating. You don't want to, you very clearly are not down with being, a wall mount. A 30-point buck wall mount on somebody's wall. Like, you're very not down with that. Very not down with that. This is divine intervention. So these energies, they're going to probably think you solo did this because they're not like godly beings. They don't believe in God. They think they are God. They think that it's you versus them. They don't believe that the divine will ever intervene. Oh, okay. So I'm getting a bit of a synchronicity here to read from the Bhagavad Gita. It came in with my meditation coming in here. Okay. So the Bhagavad Gita, this speaks to divine traits and demonic traits. And in this book up till now, it's basically a conversation. And they say, like, yeah, I've been teaching you about divine traits. Now we're going to touch a little on the demonic side. Now, to me, it's not necessarily demons. It's not necessarily evil. When I speak it, it's more like negative energy versus positive. You could break it down to that. And apply it however it resonates. Leave what doesn't. Okay. So fearlessness, purity of heart, persistence in the yoga of knowledge, generosity, self-control, non-violence, gentleness and candor, integrity, disengagement, joy in the study of scripture, compassion for all beings, modesty, patience, a tranquil mind. Okay, so this is like the listing of all the divine traits according to the Bhagavad Gita. Dignity, kindness, courage, a benevolent, loving heart. These are the qualities of men born with divine traits. Hypocrisy, insolence, anger, cruelty, ignorance, conceit. These qualities are of men with demonic traits. The divine traits lead to freedom, the demonic to suffering and bondage. And that's the thing with Buddhism, like they don't have like a deity. And that's kind of like a beautiful thing. It's not really like a religion then, it's more of a spiritual path. And it's really fascinating, but it's really about liberating the human experience from suffering. Okay, so even if you have some of those characteristics or those traits, or you have at times because, well, you're human, it's part of being here. You can choose with the divine to weave in more divine traits. You have conscious choice. If you do any research into or even look for a TED talk on neuroplasticity, we choose how we think. We choose how we feel with where we choose to give our attention. And the more we give our attention to positive things, the more positive experiences we'll have. So it's so multi-layered. But yeah, all this energy, the divine was just you know what? They don't believe that I have power. They don't believe that I will intervene. They don't believe that you are following a path that can't be intervened with. It's like they would be talking about it they follow God, they follow divine, they believe in love. They're all doing that shit, right? And the divine's oh, you just wait. You just wait. And then the Neo moment happens and their jaws hit the floor. They're just what? Oh my gosh, minion moment. They have a minion moment. Oh my goodness, you're banana. Well, this is one banana that belongs to the divine. Thank you. The divine shows up and then it's the minion doing beto, beto, beto. Laughter is an incredibly powerful tool to positively reinforce positive thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And when you have a genuine moment of laughter or joy, which I've had so many watching Minions. Oh my gosh. They're almost as good as watching animal stuff, like fluffy little critters doing the darndest things. I saw a parrot mimicking a spray bottle the other day. It was just, what? Oh my goodness. But yeah, Minions, they bring genuine laughter and joy. So please do not take this as me not being a Minion fan, because I am. I am a Minion fan. Okay, so we have the painter here in the reverse. This is about how you choose to view your world, the colors you choose to use when you create it. Okay, Coming out together, we have the Sentinel, determination, certainty. The Scholar, inverted. So the Sentinel, you have your shield and spear is love and faith. That's what I'm getting from this. It's not necessarily going to be like the actual translation, but your love and faith in divine, in that co-creation, in this whole thing. The divine is your spirit, is your shield. Because to you, love is the highest power. It's stronger than evil every time. And this is going to tap into something a little deeper. Because in this process, like, you didn't come out of this unscathed necessarily. There was a lot of combat leading up to that moment in Neo where this happened. And any injury suffered inside the Matrix would be visited upon his actual physical form. So he probably had scars. He probably had wounds. So you probably took, you've got some battle scars. You can tell some stories. But you lived. You survived. You made it another day. You made it another moment. You made it another step. Because you were always following that truth, that love. There's like it's just, when you're this connected, like, there's just nothing can fake it. Nothing can fake it. You were only getting better. You weren't getting better at detecting the divine presence within things. You were getting better at detecting the illusion. You were learning about the darkness. You were learning about the attacks. They thought that they were going to get that 30-point buck, and really, oh, that was interesting. Really, you were studying them. The divine was studying them through you. And the divine chose the perfect moment to send all of that right back to whence it came. I get the feeling, though, like with this guide, inheritance, correction, the scars, the wrongs, the hurts, the illusions, the attacks, the projections, everything that you're like, why? I choose love every time. Why am I being harmed for this? Why am I being harmed for my faith? The bell is being rung. And all of this intuitive water knowledge, like, it's unlocked. And there is resonance, there is change that is echoing throughout everything. All of these keys are all doors that you can open if you want to, but this is the one you chose. You could have opened any one of them. It's like that TV show where you pick a briefcase. If you answer like this question right, you get to pick, whichever briefcase, and you might like win $1 million, you might win nothing, you might win a car. You knew the one you wanted. And because of that, like, it was the same one you had your eye on at the beginning, which was love. You wanted love. You didn't want pinnacle. You didn't just want knowledge. You didn't just want to be able to create. You didn't just want to have like emotional balance or strong abilities. You wanted to co-create with the divine. You wanted a life of love. Ooh, okay. These two landed on my hand just like that. So we have a King of Swords. Wow, okay, interesting. We have a King and a Two of Swords situation. We have a King of Cups and a Two of Swords situation. Internally, what do you give your emotions to? What do you choose to give your energy, your life force to? And at every time, every crossroads, you chose the divine. You listened to that love. And that is why the divine is making such an example here. This 30-point buck belongs to me, not any of you, and none of you are putting my 30-point buck on your wall. Ooh, ooh. You hear that? That's like a parent being like, you were going to beat my kid up, huh? You were going to do that? Well, like, mama's here, daddy's here, and she ain't going to happen. You ain't hurting my kid. Like, sass. Like, trying to like, sass. Interesting, okay. So you have like this wounded side of you though right now. Like, you're very aware of every scar. You're healing. The divine is present. You are dehydrated with this aspect here, and the divine is giving. You're so tired. Let the divine take care of you. This was quite the marathon of dodging and weaving. Is there anything else here? The example you set will be studied. Study like in the Akash. It's like an entry, a completed chapter in your Akashic story. And other souls, when they're faced with similar challenges, will be able to work with your soul, your Akash, to be able to know how to move in that situation to maintain, being on the path to achieve this very intervention. I'm hearing somebody in the background, like there's a peanut gallery of like your team going, it's just sheer stubbornness, like, kind of like your buds riling you or something. It's like with a lot of affection. There's a lot of camaraderie and they're proud of you. We have a Four of Wands. The foundation is set within with the Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take in your energy. You're balanced. And it's more than just you balanced with your masculine, feminine energy. You're receptive, assertive, acceptive. Okay. So is that like the word for like where I was going with this, which was you're balanced in your co-creative state with the divine, which is why the divine was able to intervene. You're equally yoked. Okay. Acrobatic Seven of Wands. Defensiveness. The protective aspect of like the romantic, the hopeless romantic, like the poet, the sculptor, the musician, the creator, the artist. All of it is seeing the magic and the romance in everything. There's a protectiveness of that aspect. The daydream. You're a dreamer. That's what you are. You're a dreamer in spite of all of this. You're still a dreamer. That is such a challenge to maintain your innocence and naivety in face of all of this. And because of that, you have this manifestation. Like the divine wants you to know how rare you are. It's the divine wants you to experience how much you are loved and appreciated. Because this kind of an example is not an example the divine often has the opportunity to demonstrate and show. Number synchronicity, 3, 2, 1. It's a countdown to Omega. 1. Yeah. It's the turning of the wheel. This is the culmination, the climax, the final battle, it's not that the divine has a soul that is so this opportunity gave the divine the opportunity to be able to demonstrate what divine intervention really is. This can inspire fear in those that never believed in the divine, but it can also inspire even those individuals to recognize, since they're so power hungry, that they were actually never on the winning side. They couldn't be. It's highlighting and saving so many souls. It's giving them the opportunity, because it's such a show of intervention, to be able to correct their path. Because it's so blatant, it's so in their face, it's so... Oh, you didn't believe that I existed. Oh, you didn't believe that the Creator would ever intervene. Oh, you didn't believe, Well, let me show you. And this is what you were. You were the let me show you. And that is, the divine is going to take really good care of you. And it's not about shallow anything. You don't get to walk this path and care about shallow things. The kind of care that you're going to get, the kind of love that you're going to get, is going to be one where your cup overflows, continuing to demonstrate. Your relationships are going to be deep, meaningful, authentic, real, true. Your energy will precede you. You don't need to be famous. You walk into a room and, yeah, lives are going to be like paths, souls are going to wake up. It's just, wow. And by the energy precede you, you may never actually be in that room. And yet, yeah, this is going to be an experience. I'm looking forward to seeing the fireworks show. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's going to be like the best 4th of July ever. Because while being in Queen of Swords energy, you make no bones about it. You are not suffering foolishness. You have those boundaries. You're very capable of defending yourself. And you have the divine using this intervention to show what divine intervention is. You may still have challenges and lessons to learn, but nobody's putting you up on a wall. And I'm hearing nobody puts baby in the corner from Dirty Dancing. You're going to get to fly. Lift, yeah, you're going to get to fly. Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave this reading here. The divine, the love within me, honors and sees the divine, the love within you. Namaste.